Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Cunningham. I'm a chef here in Nashville, Tennessee. I would like you guys to please choose 3 items for each course.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I will go from there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. So what do you guys think? We've got the menu here.
Ooh-wee.
Leafy greens.
Fun.
Sauce and a spice on the appetizer.
So maybe some kind of like spinach salad or something maybe?
Yeah. Do a spinach.
Good for me.
Cool.
Okay,
Spinach.
cool.
Sauce.
Some kind of vinaigrette
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe?
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do a vinaigrette. Cool. And then spice.
Does paprika count as a spice? Paprika?
Yeah.
Does that count?
That is paprika.
Sounds
All right. Moving on to mains. Let's start with starch.
So starch, well, does it have to be a starch or?
Let's go with starch-ish.
Okay.
I guess rice or something like that.
Okay.
Like a grain. Like
Quinoa?
Well,
Let's just go
Quinoa.
quinoa.
even if we're breaking the rules, it's a
Let's
fun
do it.
dinner party ad lib, right? Protein.
Let's go big or go home. Steak?
Yeah. Dude.
Right. Let's do it.
All right. And then vegetable, what do you guys think to go along with that?
Green carrots, green beans.
Green beans.
Sweet potatoes?
Ooh, broccoli. All right.
Desserts?
Desserts.
I mean, we don't have to. You look like you were ready to wrap it up, but
yeah, well, no, I definitely will do some desserts. As far as dairy goes for the
Yeah.
dessert, everybody good with that?
Could we do non-dairy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
so
Definitely.
maybe like
Almond
Yeah.
milk or coconut milk? Which one do you like the best?
Let's do coconut.
Cool. I like them both. So, herb.
whoa,
We have a herb that we need to add in here.
Let's do some rosemary.
I like it.
All right. Yeah, rosemary.
Classic.
And what do you guys think fruit-wise? We'll go with maybe
Strawberry?
Raspberry?
Oh, raspberries? Pineapple?
You guys want to do pineapple?
That sounds good.
Let's
Yeah?
try pineapple.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
that's my favorite apple.
Salute to that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, it's gonna be interesting. They threw me some curveballs with coconut milk and paprika and quinoa. So we're gonna go Mediterranean tonight. We're gonna do a warm spinach salad with a roasted shallot, curry vinaigrette, grilled feta cheese, orange segments, and paprika spice pecans. This is gonna give a little additional flavor because I can't use bacon in the first course because one of the ladies does not eat bacon. So this is gonna give it kind of that bacon factor.
I knew I was going to marry my spouse when he or she blank. The point where I knew I was in love and that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with Melissa was we were just out kind of on a random informal dinner and we were talking, we kind of got more into like spiritual talks, which we hadn't up until that point. Just kind of solidified it for me where I was like, she's got this deep side and this funny side and just seeing the different sides.
I don't remember like the moment that I knew I was gonna marry you, but I remember the moment that I knew that I loved you, knowing that you could break my heart. And that's when I realized that I was in love.
And salt is your friend. Don't forget it. Without salt, your food doesn't taste like anything. I mean, it enhances the flavor of everything. You have to use salt. So when I'm finished with this, I'm gonna add mint to it, parsley for just a fresh factor, some pimentos, some capers to give that nice salty flavor. We're gonna crush the capers a little bit, add it to it. And then we're gonna do a nice New York strip grill with the garam masala, Mediterranean spices. And then we're gonna do a brown buttered almond broccoli. Okay, steaks, you wanna go very heavy salt. Both sides, very heavy. And we're gonna go very heavy on this too, the garam masala. You want that crust, it builds a crust. If you sear it with a hot grill, you sear the flavor, you sear in the juices. If you use a cold grill, you're sweating the meat. It leaches out its liquids. For lack of better terms, keep the blood in there. So you need to make sure you get that nice char. You want to not burn it, but you want to get a nice burn on it.
We argue the most about blank since we got married.
Now, obviously, argue, you could take that in varying degrees, but the thing that comes to mind the most is honestly like where we're gonna eat. Because like just the other day I was like, okay, so where should we eat? And she literally said, oh, I don't care, you pick. And my first choice was shot down. My first choice, my first option.
You picked somewhere that I don't eat.
I would say my instinct is that the thing we fight about the most is how we spend our time. Like with each other or by ourselves, with family, with friends. Like if we're disagreeing, the root of it is usually
I think you're
how do we
right.
spend our time?
My mom was always cooked for me, don't get me wrong. She was always there, but I think I had to start learning how to cook a little bit, because when I came home from school, my mom was working hard and she could always be there, but she was always there for dinner, every night, making beautiful dinner for me. But I think I had to start teaching myself. And then I started working in restaurants when I was about 15 and just kind of gained a passion for it. The ingredients they gave me are challenging. Introducing rosemary into a dessert is interesting. So I'm ad-libbing it. All right, so we're gonna grill some pineapple with some rosemary and a little bit of salt on it. I don't do sweet desserts, I do savory. There's a lot of sugar in pineapple, or fruits in general. We're just trying to char it with heat and flame to get the sugars to come out and caramelize it. You want some pineapple? I don't know if dogs can eat pineapple, can they?
Weddings are blank. That's broad.
Yeah, I would say weddings are not the most important thing going on that day. Like, weddings are wonderful, and I loved celebrating with our family and friends. But even with everybody's support and love and celebration and good intentions and kick-ass wedding planners, it was really stressful.
I remember one of the big pieces is like the deciding who makes the cut.
Oh my God.
Good gracious,
Yeah.
That was the worst part of the whole thing.
Navigating.
We thought we had it down at first. There's just so much attached to it all, I think, emotionally for everybody. It's just you're like, I just want to get married.
You guys threw me some curveballs. I typically cook Southern food. Tonight you have a warm spinach salad tossed in a curry shallot vinaigrette, cayenne roasted pecans, and a grilled feta cheese in orange segments.
This looks awesome.
That's incredible.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate
Thanks.
it. I'm just not even
This
gonna
looks
wait.
so good. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Really.
I'm not just saying this because I'm on camera.
I really like the dressing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I know that dressing's amazing. I like these spiced nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like salty and sweet at the same time.
I've never had grilled feta either.
I think my favorite element is probably the dressing. It's amazing what just the immediate difference is between something that's been made from scratch versus something you get in a bottle.
Oh yeah.
You can tell, the flavor just really stands out.
Okay, for your second course, you asked me to make you steak, quinoa, and broccoli. So you have a garam marsala grilled New York strip with a tri-colored quinoa, which has capers in it, roasted red peppers, a little mint, a little parsley, and then you have a broccoli that is tossed with a brown butter almonds.
All right. I'm excited. The mint is really good in here.
The char on the steak, that is
awesome.
a work of art.
Yeah, there's a lot of light versus some robust.
I can confidently say this is the best prepared broccoli I've ever had because I typically, you can attest to this.
Beer away.
I don't like broccoli. This is phenomenal.
I love it with the almonds too. I've never had it prepared like that.
This is the last challenge. You gave me pineapple, rosemary, and coconut milk. I'm not a pastry chef, as I've said before, but I think this came out really good. I made a coconut cream anglaise, rosemary grilled pineapple, and a cayenne turmeric puff pastry.
Wow.
So you can call it a soup, you can call it a dessert. You let me know. Thank you again for your palates.
Thank you.
Have a great evening.
All right.
There it goes.
Oh, crunchy.
Puff pastry is just so light. Look at that.
Oh dang. That's good. Like the cayenne, you're right, it's really subtle. You don't even taste it when you're eating it, but then you feel it tingling afterwards.
I really like the rosemary and the pineapple combination.
I feel like the tanginess of the pineapple cuts into almost like the rich, buttery, cream.
Yeah, everything's complementing everything else.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys think we did?
I think we did great. It's fun
Real good.
to see what he did with everything.
Yeah, we just put words on paper and he made this and it was like, wow.
I feel great. It was a great experience. And that's kind of what I've done all my life is, having this, having that, and come up with this to give you a wonderful meal. It was so cool to actually test myself and try new flavors again and meld them together and make a wonderful meal. Any chef that's nervous about doing something like this, just do it. Make great food, make people happy. Use salt.